Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Venus into Scorpio tarot reading. Venus will move from Libra, the 7th house, into Scorpio, the 8th house, on September 9th. I have listed timestamps for each and every sign in the description box below, doing a mini read for Venus moving into Scorpio. She's going to retrograde in October, and I will do a full reading for each sign when that happens and go much more in depth, as you know, that's when we're going to get into the grit of this long transit. So I will talk a bit about Venus moving into Scorpio and what that means. If you are not interested in that, go ahead and go to the timestamp for your sign, which is listed in the description box below. For the rest of you, Venus moves into Scorpio on September 9th, and this is the start of a long transit through the 7th and 8th houses. Venus retrograde begins on October 5th, moving back through Scorpio, returning to Libra on October 31st. She will be retrograding through Libra until November 16th, okay? And then she will move direct once again and to be in Libra until the 1st of December. At that point, she will make her return back into Scorpio and, you know, go all the way through the sign of Scorpio, moving direct, not leaving that sign until January of 2019, when she finally enters December, when she finally enters Sagittarius on the 7th, okay? So from September 9th until January 7th, we have this long transit of Venus between the 7th and 8th houses. As with all retrogrades, it's time for review, reassessment, rethinking. So honestly, this is the time of breakup and makeup and breakup, okay? The 7th house being, you know, the focus of our relationships, and the 8th house being, you know, our sexuality, intense emotions, endings, beginnings, transformation, and sharing of resources. So, you know, as she's moving through Scorpio in September, you're going to really be feeling things intensely, and there's going to be a lot of strong sexual energy all over the place. If you kind of had a crush on somebody, that might just really become magnified. Things are going to feel quite intense. And also, you know, there's, with the sharing of resources, this might be where you're trying to figure out how to align your energies with another, or how to balance out the giving and taking and sharing between you and another. So between now and January, with Venus's transit, it's huge focus on relationships, big time, and all the emotions that are deep down in the dark places, like everything coming out, coming to light, you know, and moving through those energies, getting very clear about what you want. So some of you could be in a relationship that you've been questioning for a while, and, you know, through this Venus transit between now and the end of the year, you might decide, okay, it's over. And since, you know, Venus goes retrograde during this, you know, it could be where we break up, and then, you know, we're talking and we're together but we're not together, you know, that type of breakup. And then perhaps by the time she finally moves direct once again, the breakup is final. Or this could be where a relationship that has broken up is now coming back together, and we're talking, and it's together and it's apart, it's together and it's apart, okay? But ultimately, once Venus moves direct, it finally solidifies, all right? So general reading, so the way this energy plays out for each and every one of you is different, but it is all about your relationships, romantic, friends, co-workers, family, you name it, inheritances, splitting of assets, splitting of resources, trying to balance out that give and take in relationships in general, deep transformations, endings, and beginnings. So, you know, there could be a new partnership that shows up in the midst of all of this. I would really not get myself committed into anything until Venus is direct and strong and moving back forward through that 7th house. because that's when you will be very clear about, what you want. So, here we are with her moving into Scorpio. We're feeling all these things, strong sexual attractions, intense emotions. I want to change this. I want this to be better between us. We need balanced energy in this relationship. Okay, you're feeling it, all these things. And then all of a sudden, boom, Venus goes retrograde. And now we're reviewing everything that we just went through, or, that we've been going through. And what we wanted last week has now changed, because she's gone retrograde and she's going to move back through all that intense Scorpio energy and then into the 7th house, Libra. And now here is relationships 100% focus. So you've gone through like this weird, clearing, purging, a lot of emotions, transformations, breakups, makeups, you name it. And now we're back, in this house of Libra, which is getting us even more in tune with who belongs in our life and who really needs to go. Okay, it's like establishing your tribe, all of you. And, once Venus goes direct around November 16th, that's like when the energy is starting to balance out again and we're knowing what we want. So that's really, no matter what's going on, no final decisions about relationships, whether new, reconnecting, or ending, don't make final decisions until after November 16th, after the energies are moving direct again and you have really gone through a deep, thorough review of all of your emotions, what you want, what you need, what changes need to be made, what you bring to the table in a relationship, what you need others to bring to the table in all the relationships you entertain in your life, okay? And then as we move into December, she'll go back into Scorpio, and that could be where, these relationships really connect. We're pairing up, we're transforming our current status of our connections. We're sharing things, we're feeling things, strong sexual energy and connection and relating in that capacity. Just relationships really solidifying and being felt deeply within, okay? And then she will move into Sagittarius in January, which will definitely lighten things up much more. So anyways, that is the information about Venus moving into Scorpio. Again, I will do a full reading for everybody once she goes retrograde to look more into what we're reviewing and what's going on, okay? So I will start with Sagittarius. If you are not a Sagittarius, go ahead to the timestamp for your sign below. All right. Hi, Sagittarius. How are you guys? Let's see what Venus moving into Scorpio between now, well, pretty much through all of September, really. What is that all about? What kind of energy do you need to take on? What kind of persona do you need to have? Okay, let's see. All right, this just laid on the table. So we've got the Hawk. Wow, Sagittarius, this is really being perceptive, okay? You've got to take a step back from your emotional body as Venus moves into Scorpio and not let anything trigger you or dictate the choices that you make. This is saying rise high above your emotional body. See things from the higher mind, okay? Because when we're really emotionally involved for the good or the bad, there's a lot that we miss, okay? And because, the sensitivity of Venus moving into Scorpio and then this whole transit, it's important that you don't make decisions in the heat of the moment through September, okay? Rise above and really see things from a higher perspective from your spiritual body, rather than, any sort of emotional triggers. If you're really upset, things are intense, like, it doesn't matter. Really rise above. It will serve you well, and you will see and understand things and people in a whole different light. Also, you know, you'll see things that you would have otherwise missed, okay? So let's see what the dark moon astrology cards have to say. I'm sorry if you hear that. That's my cell phone ringing. My Sagittarius daughter. So how's that for synchronicity? You know, maybe somebody unexpected is going to give you a little telephone call, Sagittarius, during this Venus moving into Scorpio. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, look at that. We have the 12th house, and you know, this is like the ending of something, the completion, the culmination of all things, all right? And 12th house. So 8th house is transformations, endings, beginnings. You guys are really considering a lot of different changes in relationships across the board, okay? And look at this, Jupiter return, nice. Because, you know, Sagittarius, I feel like your energy is lifting and elevating in different ways, and there are many relationships in your life that you've outgrown, okay? Whether friend, romantic, coworker, or otherwise, it's like there's relationships you've outgrown and you've been feeling this, okay? You're feeling the changes inside, the promptings, and you're starting to connect to different people and disconnect from other people. Again, before you make any final decisions about who's a part of your tribe and who could no longer be part of your tribe, wait until mid-November, or honestly, when the sun moves into your sign, or even your new moon, which would be taking place in, you know, December, really. Because the sun moves into Sagittarius around what, like the 22nd, 23rd of November, and then it's you know, in Sagittarius all through December. So Sagittarius, perhaps any big major decisions with any relationship in your life, don't make those choices until after the sun moves in to your sign or around your new moon in December. And that's just too far out, so I don't know the exact date, but it's probably like just the early part of December. So let's see. Yeah, and we need to rise above between now and then and really assess things so that we can make the right decisions and feel good about that, okay? Yeah, look at this. We've got the 9 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. Everything that I just said here. Yeah, Sagittarius, there are relationships that are harmful to you, that take from you, and you know what? In all fairness, sometimes when we're in relationships that bring out the worst in us, we're also bringing out the worst in others. It's just your energy and their energy. There's more friction than there is flow. And when there's more friction than there's flow, we tend to bring the worst qualities and lowest vibrating energies out in each other. And it's not a blame game. It's energy and the way that your energy is interacting with each other. So some of you, there are relationships where it's friction, and it's not about blaming. It's about realizing the incompatibilities and being strong enough to release ourselves from those type of attachments, ties, and relationships, even if they do mean a lot to us. It's like recognizing what's good for you and what's not good for you, but more than that, recognizing who you are in all your relationships and what each person, you know, what qualities of you are most pulled out with those people. And the people who tend to bring your lower vibrating energies out may be the people we need to trim from our tribe, okay? And I just feel like Sagittarius, you are going to be trimming a lot of people, but there's new people and gifts coming in that are really solid and, you know, are good for you, and they're, you know, they bring out your good qualities, because we have Jupiter return, which is positive energy paired up with this 9 of Cups, and you guys are the ruler of the 9th house. So I just feel between now and the end of the year, you're really trimming up your tribe and adding new people to your tribe. And the new relationships, everything by the end of the year, you know, who you're connected to, those are very solid for you, okay? So let's get overall. Yep, look at this. Persist in pursuits, the dandelion. This, again, is like, you know, really pull back and see everybody and everything for what it is, for the good, for the bad, what each relationship pulls out in you predominantly, okay? Because some of you, there's relationships where you're just not aligned well energetically, and so it really brings you down. And this is saying, no, you're something special. You know, the dandelion turns into all those beautiful seeds, which becomes the wish flower, right? And you blow it and send all the seeds. This is the wish card. You know, the kind of relationships you desire, Sagittarius, can come to you. You have 12th house energy here. Pull back. Get out of that emotional body, assess all relationships and decide who needs to be trimmed from your tribe, and also allow new energies in. And by the end of the year, you have some very solid relationships and connections, and you're feeling good, okay? So those are your messages, Sagittarius. If you require further guidance or clarity, look to the retrograde reading I do for when Venus goes retrograde, because that will be a continuation of this reading here, okay? So I am wishing you all the very best, Sagittarius. Take care. Hi, Capricorn. How are you? So let's see, okay, what energy you need to embody. All right, and we have too many here because this is many. So which one, Spirit, which one is for Capricorn? Right here. This is the energy, wow, what you need to embody, Capricorn, through this Venus moving into Scorpio. This is the cosmic egg right here. This is the crown chakra. This Venus transit is working in you big time. You are coming to a much higher mind of clarity and understanding about relationships, okay? And you also have a lot of spiritual support. So some of you may need to make some big time decisions or changes in regards to one relationship or several in your life. And this could be friends, family, romantic, business, you know, you name it. It's just the cosmic egg is like the ultimate of this whole deck, all right, as far as energy you need to embody and emanate from yourself. And this is saying, Capricorn, be very, very wise in all you do, say, and all your dealings, and trust your inner gut and spiritual guidance, okay, in everything during this Venus transit. Because, I don't know, there's just some things coming to life for you in ways that are just kind of very, like, profound. So, ooh, nice. You have the Jupiter return, and you have the lunar eclipse change. Yeah. See, I knew that this was big time stuff right here. Capricorn, there are some changes. Lunar eclipse brings about change, but it's all for the benefit of you. Okay, this is like all good stuff. So it's like no matter what's going on, you know, during this Venus transit, the changes that are taking place, there could be some abrupt endings in relationships on your choice or on the behalf of others, okay? And as these changes happen, you really need to trust them and know whatever relationships leave your life, it's for the benefit of you, okay? There's a higher power really protecting you, like your guardian angel got your back through this transit. And then there's new relationships coming in that are truly in your highest good to take you to the next level, the evolution of your soul, okay? Look here, we have the Page of Swords. So this could involve air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Look at here, we have the Two of Cups. There's all about the relationships. And we have the Page of Cups. So water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Now, listen, many of you, this is one particular relationship that has been incredibly troubled. We have a hard time communicating. We have a hard time expressing our emotions. It's been really muddled up obstacles, challenges, and through this Venus transit between now and the end of the year, there's a lot that's going to change inside of you and your consciousness about this particular relationship, or this could represent several relationships for you, okay? But what I see more happening here is the healing and restoration of a relationship, okay? Or a final understanding. If we have to part ways, we're doing it very amicably, on good terms, understanding each other 100%, okay? So if there's endings, they don't look nasty. It looks like an agreed upon sort of separation. Now, this is a general reading, so obviously that can't apply to everybody, but it doesn't look like malicious energy here, okay? So if you're deciding to end a relationship, it's because you're really feeling that that's what needs to happen. If somebody is ending a relationship with you, it's because they truly believe that's what needs to happen for whatever reason for them, okay? So trust that all relationship changes are really for the benefit of you. And some of you, this is where a really troubled relationship where we have a lot of miscommunication and a lot of misunderstanding finally is coming together on a mutual platform where we align. And it's because many of you have been separated, I feel, from this person. It's because there's been a lot happening for you guys, astrologically in your own natal charts, like a lot of different energies you've been working with that have changed you and reshaped you guys quite a bit, okay? So let's get some advice for you. Look at that. Yeah, happiness is at hand. Nice. Capricorn. Yeah, this, like I said, I don't feel this is nasty, malicious energy, no matter what's going on. It's all for the benefit and betterment of you. And ultimately, like in the end, you're very happy. Your relationships are restored to a much deeper harmony. And, with this here and lunar eclipse, look to your new moon in January. There's going to be, some energy and completion happening then. And then, right after that, we go into eclipse season. So Capricorn, between now and like your new moon and the eclipse season at the beginning of the year, there's a lot of healing and change in your relationships, but it's ultimately leading to great happiness and really strong spiritual connection and understanding of each other in that light, that perspective, okay? So Capricorn, those are your messages for Venus moving into Scorpio. I am wishing you all the best, and if you require further advice about this, look to the Venus retrograde reading that I will be doing in October, as it will be a continuation from this, okay? So take care, Capricorn. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Let's see who you need to be, what energy you need to emanate while Venus moves through Scorpio. Okay, we have the Nightingale. So Aquarius, this is letting you know that you need to be very careful and sweet with your words. And as I say that, I drop the card, right? Yes, that's a sign right there. Your words are everything. The Nightingale sings a very beautiful, sweet song, and it captivates all. It's not a bird who is exceptionally physically striking. It's very ordinary. However, the sound that it creates is heavenly, it's angelic. So this being the energy for you is saying, really watch your words and what you say to others. And the sweeter you are, the more praise, the more you come from a positive place, regardless of what it is that you need to express, the more reception you have. You attract more flies with honey, right, than with vinegar. So this is like, really watch your words. Also, with this, somebody could really captivate you and cast you under a spell with their words, or, you know, the song. If they sing, you could just be incredibly captivated by their music. Music could really be healing and synchronistic and teaching for you during this Venus moving through Scorpio. So let's see what else we add to this reading for you guys. Okay, so we have the air element communicating. Oh my God, is that not synchronistic or what, Aquarius? Yes, it's all about your communication and what you're saying and how you're presenting yourself, and also how others are communicating with you. Ooh. And we got the solar eclipse revolution. Aquarius, this is great. This is great. This is saying that through conversation, through communication, through sharing ourselves in positive ways, it brings about big time change in certain relationships. This might be where conversations that need to be had are finally taking place, okay? But again, your words must be sweet, and it brings about huge change. So let's see. We have the Tower here. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Queen of Cups. So Aquarius, for you guys, some of you, this has to do with the water sign. Since the Sphinx here are the images represented in the Chariot card, which is the card that represents Cancer. Some of you, this could involve a Cancer. Others of you, this could be a Pisces or Scorpio. Doesn't have to be a water sign. I just see that strongly. And I see this being like your energy right here. So here's you and another person, and we're finally talking about what happened, what went wrong, why things didn't work out, what we do from here. You know, being very vulnerable, expressing our true heart and soul, the essence of how we feel in a very sweet and positive way. Aquarius, this is legit, like, really wonderful communication, like just where there was walls and blockages and we didn't understand and we were confused or scared or you name it. It's like Venus moving into Scorpio for you guys is bringing about all these conversations that need to happen, expressing our emotions, expressing our heart, understanding what went wrong, why it didn't happen, like just all of it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Aquarius. So let's get some advice. This looks healing to me. Expect to have a lot of conversation and communication, you know, throughout September about emotions, splitting of assets. This could be where you had a breakup with somebody, you know, recently or even a while back, and it hasn't been amicable. And now finally, as, you know, Venus moves into Scorpio, you know, even though that's like intense energy, it's like we're finally being amicable, okay? We're finally communicating with each other properly. Everything's very balanced. We're beyond those really hard, angry feelings, okay? Oh, wow. Look at that. Yes. Aquarius, my goodness. We have the rainbow, the hidden gift, okay? After the rainstorm comes the rainbow and the pot of gold, right? And that's what this is about. And also with this, Aquarius, you know, all the challenges and different things that have been happening in your relationship are but always for purpose, okay? And there is a hidden gift in every, you know, pain and challenge and lesson that we go through, all right? So this is all about beautiful communication and great understanding and enlightenment about different things, finally being amicable with each other, and the rainbow coming out after the rainstorm. So Aquarius, those are your messages. Very lovely. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Pisces. How are you? Let's see what energy you need to emanate through this Venus transit into Scorpio. Ooh, Pisces, nice. You got the butterfly, which this right here could describe the entire Venus moving through Scorpio, going retrograde, moving all the way back through Scorpio, back into the 7th house, going direct through Libra once again, and then Scorpio once again. Yes, this here, Pisces, is... there is big time changes happening in your relationships through these this Venus transit into the 8th house energy. You know, if we've been fighting, if we've been trying to separate with somebody, split up assets and resources, and, you know, for whatever reason, it's like we're finally having a transformation of that energy and things are moving smoother, okay? Different relationships that you've been hurting over in your heart, it's like we're finally being freed from that, and we're receiving the expansion in our consciousness, and we're able to evolve into a different version of ourselves. Some of you, this is about current relationships that you have taking on a new form, transforming into something much more beautiful, okay? This is new relationships coming into your life. This is new relationship with yourself, new perception of love, of romance, of what relationships in general mean to you, your place within them. Okay, and those are your cards. We have, wow, here's your own house, Pisces, 12th house. Yeah, this is the end. This transition or transit of Venus is a big deal for you guys, okay? And that it takes place between now and January. And look at this, boom, 7th house, partners. Yup. Let's see what the last one is. Oh my gosh, 3rd house, the messages. Pisces, yeah, big time change and transformation for you guys in relationships. Some of you who have been single, this could finally be where we're coming to the end of that cycle, and we are either going to meet somebody between now and the end of the year, or by the end of the year is when we're done with the transformation, the cycle that we were in, okay? Because 12th house, that is the end. That is the completion. We are done, the undoing. And now we are no longer a caterpillar. We've transformed into a butterfly. We are on point energetically, emotionally, mentally. We're able to open ourselves up to new romance. Some of you, this is finally opening up to new friends or reconnecting with family members. There's a lot of communication going on for Pisces, you know, with Venus moving into Scorpio. And again, this is mainly for September, but this transit, it goes all the way through the end of the year because she goes retrograde. And I see this energy playing out for Pisces starting in September, you know, to the end of the year. But wow, Pisces, this is great. This is communication and healing and release of the past, new coming in. Some of you, this is, you know, reconnection, because look at what we have here, the Death card in this position, which is second chances, okay? And again, this is all relationships. Some of you, this could be with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And lastly, oh my goodness, look at, we got the Ace of Cups. Pisces, yes. Some of you, this could be an air sign or it could be a Scorpio. Now, it doesn't have to be, because the message that I get here is we have a second chance at a friendship, a second chance at a family relationship mending, a second chance at love in general, where we've cut ourselves off and closed off. We were hurting. Now we're mended and we're open and we're ready. We're finally ready for that next romance. Some of you, this is a reconnection with, you know, a past lover, where we're finally both in a place to connect in the 7th house and, you know, be together. A new love. There's new love coming in for some of you as well. So Pisces, this is great. It's all about second chances. We're healed. We're letting go of the past and we're transforming into a butterfly. And there's communication coming into your life. A lot of conversation to be had. All right. And some of you, we're reconnecting with people not to reestablish another relationship or partnership, but rather to heal and release and let each other go and have the closure so we both can move on and have a second chance at love and romance with other people. Okay, so you have to apply it how it fits for you, and as the month rolls on, you'll know. Okay, so let's pull some advice. This is just Pisces' focus is on endings and new beginnings when it comes to relationships of all kinds. But it's like this time around, or the relationships coming in between now and the end of the year, are much more significant and have more potential than what you've been dealing with, okay? Oh, yeah, because look at this. We have spring, new growth. Yep. Pisces, it's out with the old and in with the new, as far as relationships go. And interesting, you have the Scorpio card right here. Venus moving into Scorpio, very powerful for you. New romance, healing, reconnection, okay? And a lot of communication, and some of you could have a few offers of romance handed to you just kind of unexpectedly. All right, so Pisces, those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Aries, how are you? Let's see who you need to be as Venus moves through Scorpio through September. All right, Aries, let's see. Oh, nice. You guys got the butterfly too. So Pisces also got the butterfly, Aries. So if you have any Pisces in your chart strongly, moon, rising, or a lot of planet placement in Pisces, or there's Pisces people in your life, you know, this could have a lot to do with that energy. But overall, for all of you, this is very positive, Aries. There's a transformation taking place inside of you through the month of September around relationships. You're like shedding an old skin and you're becoming wiser. And also, you know, the caterpillar is just a caterpillar, but the butterfly is gorgeous. Okay, some of you are spreading your wings and you're really being noticed. Others of you, this is big time transformation and changes taking place within existing relationships in your life, or, you know, stagnant energy finally having a big time change and movement forward. So Aries, let's pull some more cards to get more information about this. Ooh, we have the 4th house, roots. Yep, this is definitely big time about like your family, your children, or your significant other. All right, that is where this butterfly and energy is taking place the most, that fourth house energy. So this could be some healing between you and a parent or you and a child. This could be, you know, healing with extended family members. This could be between you and your partner. This could be where you and your partner, there's a whole new level born between the two of you. If you've been at odds, it's like we're finally transforming out of this cocoon of restriction into flow and harmony with each other. All right, so through September, it's like Aries is really focused on that fourth house energy. This could have to do with estates and you know, inheritances, houses, things like that. If they're, you know, willed to you, you might be receiving something like that. Okay, and look at this, Cancer. I feel this is the ruler of this fourth house energy. So Aries, first and foremost, some of you could, along with Pisces, it could also be a Cancer. So Pisces and Cancer energy strong for Aries reading, with Venus moving through Scorpio, which is also water. So that's like the water trine, right? Anyways, Aries, you could be dealing with the Scorpio, but again, this is more of the reiteration of that energy between you and your family member, you and your partner, something to do with your home. It's just like a big time change, but it's looking positive to me. So let's see what the tarot brings out and adds to that. Look at here. Here you are, King of Wands, your energy right there. Eight of Wands, which is about communication, and then we have the Two of Pentacles here. What I'm seeing here, Aries, is, you know, you've been in contemplation mode about things that go on in your house or your living environment or within your family or with your partner, especially those of you that have children with this person. You know, there's things going on inside of you, or have been going on inside of you, that have been kind of bothering you and stirring you, and there's different changes that you want to make or different things you want to have, maybe even buying your own house for you and your family. And, you know, here comes Venus into Scorpio, which is bringing about major transformation, and there's communication, Aries. Either you are finally expressing yourself and saying what you need to say, or somebody's expressing to you and trying to reconnect with you and heal with you and mend with you. And for others of you, this is about money, okay? And if there's any sort of dispute or argument over an estate or money or assets, it's like, you know, the universe is saying here, rise above the situation, Aries. Really go within and feel, all right? And connect with spirit and see what you need to do or how you need to handle things to achieve the desired result, or, you know, for the highest good of all, because it's like you can really prevail and come out on top with this reading. It's just, you've got to come from your heart space, all right? Many of you, though, I feel are going to receive kind of unexpected communications from different, like, family members or people you consider family that you may have been at odds with. And honestly, what I'm seeing here is any sort of reconnecting of that type of energy is for the good, Aries. There is transformation. We can heal and move on and be quite stable in our connections moving ahead. And look at, as I'm saying that, it's like a time of rebirth is the card there. So yes, Aries, it's time for rebirth. Trust in your efforts and stretch and explore. Okay, so anything that truly needs to be left behind, whether bad feelings, emotional baggage, or a relationship itself, let it be in the past. Don't let it haunt and harm you anymore. Allow the transformation to take place within you, because the 8th house is transformational energy. And this is saying stretch and explore yourself, your consciousness, try new things, expose yourself to new information to help you in a relationship. If it's, you know, we need to heal, we need to communicate better. And, you know, this here, trusting your efforts, I feel many of you have been feeling kind of taken for granted or looked over or forgotten about by different loved ones in your life. And this is the universe saying, no, you know, you are something special, Aries. You do matter. And maybe sometimes it's now time to let other people actually reach out to you instead of you always reaching out to them, okay? If you're always trying to keep the connection, keep the energy flowing, and they don't put much effort in, it's time for you to stop trying so hard in those relationships and pull back and let them come to you, okay? But if you're an Aries where you really hold back and you don't reach out and you don't try to connect, you know, in general, this is saying you might really think about doing that and reaching out and trying to connect and heal and mend the relationships you know need to be healed in your life, and trust that your efforts are not in vain, okay? So Aries, those are your messages for Venus moving into Scorpio. If you require further guidance or clarity, go ahead and watch the Venus retrograde video that I will be uploading in October, as it will be a continuation from this reading, okay? So if this you find has really resonated with you through September, look to that Venus retrograde reading in October. Otherwise, Aries, you take care. Hello, Taurus. How are you? Let's see what energy you need to, need to emanate. All right. That is like way too many, sorry. The energy you need to emanate during this Venus moving through Scorpio. Keep it together, Taurus. Don't drop the ball, I guess, with how I dropped all those cards. So let's see, Taurus, what comes out for you. Ooh, we have the raccoon, Taurus. You know, because this is what you need to emanate, I feel you have a lot of talents and abilities and, you know, a lot of love and sweetness in your heart, and you do a lot for the people that are close in your life. With this coming out, this is saying maybe as Scorpio, Venus is moving through Scorpio, Taurus, it's time to kind of pull back all your sweetness, all your talents, all you give, and go into the shadow. Don't be vulnerable. Don't expose your hand and your emotions. Really see how others react to you when you're not constantly giving, doing, and being for them. When you're more pulled back and reserved, you know, you're not being rude or anything, you're being you, but you're not that normal vibe where, what can I do for you? What do you need? How can I help you? When you're just really pulled back and not really talking about how you feel and what you're thinking, what's going on, you know, that might really get the attention of the people who do need to start giving you a lot more honor and respect, okay? So let's see what else comes out with the raccoon. Look at that. Yep, here's your own card, Taurus. Taurus, I have. Listen, some of you really need to pull back from people and not give so much of yourself. And others of you, it's time for you to realize how freaking talented you are. The gifts of you, your talents, your artistic ability, what makes you special. Because Taurus, you have a lot to give. And many of you don't realize that because you're always giving and people aren't appreciating. And you're like, well, if I was something spectacular, why the hell, you know, am I just like feeling like I spin my wheels everywhere? Well, it's because you are so amazing and people are just used to you being that, you know, and that's why we might need to pull back a little bit and make them come to us for a change. Fourth house. Many of you, this has everything to do with your immediate family, your partner, your children. okay? If you're the glue that keeps it all together and you're always there for everybody and they're just not seeing you for the support and roots that you are to them, Taurus, it's really time to kind of pull back and let people start coming to you. Don't be so eager to help and be your giving self through September, okay? Really pull back, let people come to you. And that will let you know who's on your side, who really values you, and, you know, who is just coming around because they know they can always count on you through thick and thin, okay? So let's see what the tarot has to add. We have the World card. We have the Three of Cups. And look here, we have the Hermit. Yup. Just like I said, Taurus, we need to keep a lot to ourselves while Venus is in Scorpio. And this could also be where you're just observing people make really stupid mistakes, do a lot of things that you don't agree with, and you hang back in the shadows, Taurus. Don't, it's like, don't speak what you know in September, and also be very reserved in, you know, what you're willing to share with people. But more than that, the Hermit's up on a mountaintop, right? And he's up there for a few different reasons, but one of them is because if somebody wants his time, attention, and energy, they're going to have to work to get to him, okay? Coming through very strong in the Raccoon. Listen, Taurus, for the love, honor, and appreciation and gratitude that you so deserve, it is time to kind of make yourself not so easily available to your friends and family, you know, through September, to make them realize that you are a person with needs too, and you need to be honored too, and, you know, they need to give back to you too. Just because you're this pillar of strength, this beacon of light, you know, that saves the day, you need that in return sometimes too, okay? And I feel like it's time to educate the people in your life. Now, you know, I know there are some cross watchers that would be like, Taurus, and listen, I get it, but the Taurus I'm reading for is a very beautiful soul who gives and does for all. And even the Tauruses who can be a little bit funky, one thing I have learned about the Taurus energy is those who a Taurus loves and considers family, they will protect, fight, and defend till the end. So if you have dealt with the Taurus who didn't really seem to honor you and value you, they may not have seen you as, you know, part of their herd. Just saying, because, you know, Tauruses can be mean and very destructive and all the things that we all can be. But one thing I know is who's in their heart, who's part of their roots, who's part of their herd, they will defend till the end, okay? So, Taurus, it's time that you require a little more giving and appreciation from the herd that you so generously love, tend, and provide and care for, okay? Heal the past. Yep. All right. So, Taurus, instead of expressing your heart to somebody, again, you're better served to pull back. It's not like we're ending things. We're becoming distant. We're pulling back. We're not giving and doing like we've been giving and doing. And we're not going to express ourselves until somebody makes the effort to truly find out what's going on in our heart, in our soul, and not just, what's wrong, what's up your butt today. No, that's not going to achieve anything. If somebody comes at you like that, don't even give them the time of day. You need grace, you need compassion, and in that place, we can heal the past and balance out the energies of give and take much better, okay? So, Taurus, those are your messages for Venus moving into Scorpio. If you would like further guidance and clarity, look to the Venus retrograde reading that I will be putting up in October. Otherwise, you have a fantastic month, Taurus. Take care. Hi, Gemini. How are you? Let's see the energy you need to embody and emanate from yourself through this Venus moving into Scorpio. Ooh, we have the gazelle. So, Gemini, this is not a time to be timid. It's a time to really make yourself seen, make your thoughts and feelings known, be in the light of the sun, dance, frolic, play, be excited. It's like, let fear not hold you back. Don't be in the shadow for anybody. You let yourself shine in your full glory all through September, and do not hold back your truth. Do not hold back your true feelings, okay? You're being encouraged to really express where you're coming from in all relationships. Do not hold back. Don't bite your tongue for the sake of being pleasant. It's like express 100. Leave no stone unturned. Let it all come out. You know, some of you, it's just like you've been holding it back for a long time. And this could be for the good or the bad, for good things you have to say or for negative things that you have to say to people, okay? So let's see what else comes out to add to this gazelle. All right, so we have Aquarius, which is, this says, I know. Yes, Gemini, you need to share all that you know, okay? And some of you might need to put a know-it-all in their place. And since this is all about relationships and connections, okay, you've got to, this is like people close to you. This isn't just some bozo on the internet where you're disagreeing with an opinion they said. This is like relationships interwoven in your life very closely. And we really need to express and communicate. Look at that moon, soul. The moon also is new on the 9th, just FYI, as Venus moves into Scorpio. So exactly what I've been saying, Gemini. We've got to express ourselves and not hold back. Like our truth, nothing but. And also with this, Gemini, you know what you know, okay? And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You know what you know. Your intuition, your gut instinct is spot on. And that's why it says, I know in the soul. Like, you know what's up through September. You trust yourself over anybody and everybody, okay? And in communication, if you feel like somebody's just a bunch of baloney, you're right. And you need to call them out on it. This is not a time to hold back and, you know, just let somebody think they're snowing you. No, you call them out on it because you're right and you know you're right. And some of you, this is people in your family, some family members, really close friends, okay? Now we have the Death card, and here's Venus moving into Scorpio. This is this card that would represent Scorpio. And look at here, 6 of Swords. So Gemini, listen, you know what you know, okay? You do, and you need to trust yourself. Now, there are some relationships that I feel are returning to Gemini. I mean, we have second chances and then 6 of Wands, you know, change of energy. There are some relationships, family, friend, co-worker, maybe even ex-lover, that are trying to return into your life in September. And Gemini, the advice here is do not play games. Do not hold back what you think, what you feel, what you want. It's like you need to be 100% clear about that, whether it's positive or negative. It's like do not hold back. Others of you, I feel like whoever this person is, like you knew you'd be like, I knew you'd be back. I knew you were going to come back around. Like you just knew it. And this could be somebody you wanted back around or somebody you didn't. I mean, this is a general, so it's going to play out both ways, but it's just like you knew that it wasn't over, or you knew you would hear from them again, even if they were like, screw you, you'll never hear from me, I hate you, they block you, whatever. It's like, no, you knew all along that you would hear from them again, and then bam, here they are showing up in your world, okay? because look, you got the sun and the moon and this nice rainbow. So there can be healing, but Gemini, do not hold back. You say what you feel and think, and you let somebody know what's up. If they need to be told what's up about, you know, their behavior or what they did, or somebody's just thinking they're a know-it-all, you're definitely going to feel inclined to put them in their place. Okay, Gemini, let's see what advice comes out. Follow your passion. Yep. This, to me, is that saying you knew all along, okay? That your intuition, your gut, you know, it's speaking truth, Gemini. Follow it. Do not ignore it, especially in regards to romance, the relationships that are more romantic that are returning, or even new ones showing up, okay? There could be some new ones showing up with all this energy as well, and the carnation coming out. But as long as you speak your truth and you don't hold back, it's like all is well. And again, some of you, whoever this is, you knew, no matter what they said, you're like, no, I know, you'll be back, watch. And here you are, 100% right, Gemini. So those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Cancer. How are you guys? Let's see what Venus moving into Scorpio has in store for you. And we're going to start by looking at what energy you need to embody and emanate during September while Venus is in Scorpio. Ooh, the wolf. So this is being the leader of the pack. And also with that, Cancer, it's saying even though you're a leader, you're in charge, and you're kind of dominant through September, it says have patience for those who don't see things your way or don't want to do things the way you want to do them. Have patience and flexibility with that. Embrace all, exclude none is the message with that right there. So keep that in mind. Let's pull some cards and see what else accompanies this wolf. All right, so we have the 9th house, which is faith, and we have Mercury, the mind. And look at this. This is card 33, and this is card 3. So 333, Cancer, quite significant for you guys in September. Look that up and get some different meanings. Angel meaning of, you know, 333, and numerology meaning of 3 and what that means. It's a coming together. So Cancer, you know, listen, this is a time to have patience, have faith that everything is going to work out. You know, really consider the thoughts that are playing out in your mind with Mercury here. And next to spirituality, which is faith, the 9th house, many of you need to fall back on, you know, trust and faith in the universe or in God or your guardian angel or your spirit guides, whatever it is for you, you know, that all is going to be okay. All is going to be well. You've just got to keep it together. Like, I feel like you've got to keep it together for the family, for the friends, for your lover. There's on some element, some way, it's like Cancer's really got to keep it together through September. And it might challenge you a little bit, but listen, Cancer, this is the universe saying, no, you got this. And really use your mind. Get very clever and creative when you're facing challenges or obstacles, you know, in whatever's happening for you guys. So we have the 4 of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. So Cancer, it's like this isn't a bad time, but you know, some of you are struggling a bit and you're trying to find your footing and your happiness. And I feel like it's because you're trying to keep it all together. You're trying to keep other people happy. You're trying to keep the family happy. You're trying to keep your friends happy, or you're trying to keep your friends happy, your family happy, your children happy, your spouse happy, like the whole 9 yards. And you're just overwhelmed. I just see Cancer being overwhelmed and not knowing what to do. And that's why, look at, and Nine of Cups, this is the 9th house. It's all about having faith that everything's going to work out okay, Cancer. And with that 7 of Cups there, it's like you don't know what to do. And, you know, don't worry, don't stress, don't fret. You know, just relax your mind. Don't have a busy mind. You know, clear your mind and the answer will come to you 100% for sure, okay? And there's some of you, because the 3rd and 9th house is about learning, communication, higher spirituality. Some of you really need to tap into your spirit or connect with your spirit guides to figure out how to restore balance and harmony in a relationship or in all your relationships if you're feeling pulled in multiple directions, okay? So have a very balanced mind, and look at that, maintain hope, and that's faith. Yeah, Cancer, don't give up, okay? The answers will come to you. You've just got to keep it together, hold it down for yourself and maybe for other people through September, and, you know, have faith. Don't give up. Don't lose belief that it's all going to work out, because it is. It truly is. The more you balance your mind, the more you will understand. Look to, you know, spiritual scriptures, different spiritual understandings. Just open yourself up if that's what you need to do. We have Thoth here, okay, and this is all about spirituality and the, you know, higher self in that regard. So go to those sources to find clarity. Those of you who are very active in a church, maybe your minister or the congregation can help you out if you've just got a lot of obligations or you're trying to help a lot of other people, okay? It's just like you're the leader of the pack. Hold it together, keep your mind in check and in balance, Cancer, and the answers will come to you in time through the month. And look at that, just as I say that, the veils are parting. Yes, you will receive your whatever it is that you're questioning about relationships, family, all of that in September. You will receive the answer from the spirit realm. That's the message I'm getting here, okay? You're not alone. You don't need to figure it all out by yourself, even though you might feel alone in this. No, the veils are parting. Reach out with your higher mind. Trust your intuition. The spirit world is really going to help you move through this, and all is going to work out well, okay, Cancer? So those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hi, Leo. How are you? So let's see what energy you need to embody and emanate during Venus moving through Scorpio. All right, so we have the Swan. So, Leo, listen. This is saying, be very gentle, be very soft, be very loving and delicate with all the relationships in your life through the month of September. The things, you know, your loved ones, those who really matter a lot to you, family, friends, your romantic partner, your children, your co-workers, you know, just all of your relationships. It says to have a very gentle and tender touch. And, you know, those people in your life that there's no way you could ever approach them with that type of energy, it might be better to just really stay away from them and avoid them altogether until they can meet you in this place of the Swan energy, okay? It's like, be very, very gentle with yourself and with all. You're going to just feel kind of spiritual, deeper than normal through this Venus moving into Scorpio. And nice, look at this, Jupiter return benefit. Yeah, you embodying that very natural, graceful, sensitive, compassionate energy with all your relationships, Leo, is going to reap great rewards and benefits for you, okay? And look at this. Oh my God. You know, Scorpio is the 8th house. This is where Venus is. 8th house, endings, beginnings. Any sort of relationship that you are deciding that you no longer wish to have in your life, Leo, handle it with very sensitive and delicate hands, with grace, with love. You know, anybody who may be returning to your life this month, it looks more to be like where we can finally have closure and healing and release so that you can be free and move on, okay? Just no matter what, Leo, be gentle, be the swan, and you will prevail 100%. Yep, because look at that. Fairness. So any sort of separation, disconnection, breakup, splitting of resources, assets, Leo, it's like the more gentle you are, even if that person doesn't deserve it, the more gentle, fair, and compassionate you are, that serves you. That gives you the upper hand, okay? And now we have this Knight of Pentacles. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be a Libra. And now we have the Ace of Cups in this position. So Leo, what I see here more than anything else for you guys really is where we are finally having closure on relationships that have ended in the past. But this is like amicable now, you know, because this is when something is over because it just didn't really work. And, you know, wherever you're facing that, whether it's friendship, co-worker, a family member that you need to distance yourself from, it doesn't matter. It's like, do it all with kindness and grace, because that's what allows you both to be free and not carry any sort of wound, you know, from the departure of this relationship. And some of you, it's like there may be people returning, but this is more about for you guys to heal and finally have closure, okay? So let's see what advice accompanies this. Yep, look at that. It's shed the old. Yeah, Leo. This month of September really is about the transition inside of yourself, of healing and letting go of the past and all relationships attached that, you know, no longer have life in them, or at least not right now for quite some time. It's like, let's release, let's be fair, let's be compromising, let's make the decisions that truly benefit all involved. It's time to shed the old, because there's new energy coming for you guys, all right? So I don't see this so much being about let's reconnect to go around again. If we're reconnecting, it's to make amends and have closure with each other so we both can finally heal and, you know, have a very fair and balanced parting. All right, Leo? So those are your messages with Venus going into Scorpio. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hi, Virgo. How are you guys? Let's see what is coming out for Virgo, for Venus moving into Scorpio. This is the energy that you need to embody and emanate during September, okay? Ooh, we have the dragonfly. This is about magic and illusion. So, Virgo, you need to just be your beautiful little magical self, all right? But you might need to be a bit elusive, a bit evasive, a bit mysterious, you know, in regards to your relationships, romantic, friends, family. Okay, yeah, many of you, this could have a lot to do with your family relationships. And, you know, whatever you're doing, you know, if they won't agree with it, not because you're doing bad things, but just because everybody has their own belief system, right? If you're doing things that are questionable, by your family, you might want to really just keep it to yourself and not even involve them. And questionable is different for everybody, right? I mean, some of you could have grown up in a very specific religion, and here you are like now starting to look at a different religion, okay? That type of thing where, you know, you might not be well received with what you're doing with your, you know, through your friends or through your family or even your spouse. And it's like, if that's the case, you're best served to just kind of be mysterious and elusive and not let everybody know exactly what you're up to and what you're doing. Because if somebody doesn't agree with it, doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, it's bad to them, even though it's not bad to you, and you don't want that to screw up your vibe. Yeah, look at this. Grand Cross, the provoker. Absolutely, Virgo, this really through September, big time. It looks like we should be keeping things to ourselves, and that's how the blessings come about. So you guys are doing things, trying things, new ideas, just a bunch of different stuff. And it's to better yourself or to create a dream into reality. Wow. Have a better life, better direction, you know, opening yourself up to new ideas, whatever it is for you. It's like leading you to really awesome things, Virgo. So don't share in September. It's better to really kind of just keep things to yourself until, you know, things are solid or you know what to do, because I feel like people will make you question yourself and make you wonder, you know, should I really be doing this? Is this the right thing for me? As before you ever talk to them, you are 100% sure. So Virgo, keep it to yourself, and that's how the blessings come about. Yep, look at that. You are going to make something happen for you, but it's like we've got to keep it on the low. Look at here. Here's your energy, the King of Coins, and look at the Tower. There's some radical change some of you are about to make or do something, all right? And keep it on the low, Virgo, until it is the right moment, because you don't want anybody to dissuade you or to try to like ruin your plans. Nope, you will be successful. You will prevail, but keep it on the low. All right, let's see. Be a spiritual warrior. Yep. Do not give up. There is great magic in you this September as Venus moves through Scorpio. And as far as other relationships and stuff go, Virgo, no matter if you're thinking about ending a relationship or it just doesn't matter what it is, you need to keep it all to yourself until that moment of execution, or somebody might really screw up your plan or try to dissuade you from what you know you need to do, okay? So Virgo, those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hello, Libra. How are you? Let's see what energy you need to embody and emanate while we... Okay. Well, let's see. Okay, so we have the Crow. So this is with the energy you need to embody through September. We have the Crow, the Snake, and the Camel. Libra, many of you may need to rely upon yourself, the magic and ancient wisdom within you, rather than really being open to other people and asking other people for help, guidance, you know. And if you're in relationships, whether it's romantic, friendship, family, you know, co-worker, I feel like Libra is just kind of a loner. Even if you are involved with a lot of connections and relationships, you're kind of a loner, and you need to be, all right? You need to kind of introspect this month, and any sort of decision or change that you want to make has got to come from your own inner knowing, and then we express it outwardly to our connections and our relationships, okay? So let's see why that is. Black Moon Lilith, mystery. Yep, you're meant to be a mystery. And look at this, Scorpio, I transform. Venus is moving into Scorpio. So Libra, this here is really about big time transformation in relationship or within yourself that you are contemplating. You could really be thinking about ending a relationship, all right? Or you may be thinking about reconciling a relationship that nobody, no friend, no family member would really approve of, okay? It's just you need to walk through September really contemplating these things on your own without input from other people. And it's like your soul will guide you. Relationships that need to fall out of your life, you're gonna kick them out of your life. It's just gonna be natural, okay? I don't see this so much as new relationships coming in. I see this as Libra transforming current relationships, or removing certain relationships. As far as the reconciliation goes, again, it would fall under that category of where people don't approve, you know, and so you're kind of keeping it to yourself. So here we have Temperance, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Yep, some of you, there is a relationship, whether it's a friend or a family member that's an outcast or a romantic person, you are really focused on working that relationship out and bringing it back into your life and believing that it can transform into, you know, something completely different than it has been. So Libra, some of you, and I do see it working out positively, okay? For others of you, I feel like any sort of relationship, you know, is time to leave your life. You're right. Have no fear in that. You're very solid. And, you know, some of you, I feel like whatever changes you're making in your relationships or within your own energy around relationships in September is leading some of you to a reconnection either in October or November, even all the way into December, of some long lost, either friendship, love relationship, a family member you haven't talked to in a really long time. Okay, so September is mostly about contemplation for you guys and transforming either internally or the current relationships in your life transforming, and others of you keeping a certain reconciliation on the low. So let's see. Ancient teachings. Yeah, you're best served to keep it to yourself, Libra, in all your dealings, all your transformation, everything you're thinking about. It's like your spirit is leading the way and it's preparing you for something that's coming in October, November, December. Okay, just because I see this earth energy, Sagittarius is in the end of November through December, and then Capricorn picks up. So yeah, this whatever's going on right now is like changing and preparing for what is to come in, you know, the last couple months of the year. So Libra, those are your messages. I am wishing you all the very best. Take care. Hi, Scorpio. Let's see what energy you need to embody and emanate while Venus is in your sign. Okay, so especially strong and powerful for you. You're going to be feeling a lot of emotion. So let's see what comes out, Scorpio. Ooh, you got the elk though. You guys are rock stars. With this, Venus is actually really empowering you. And, you know, if you've been confused or unsure about friendships, family relationships, or romance, like you're going to just know through September, like you're going to come into the understanding of what you want to do. And if you need to leave a relationship, you're going to have the strength, energy, and resources to do so while Venus is in your sign, okay? For others of you, this is about solidifying the relationships in your life and making them stronger and knowing your place. You know, this is really strong, nice energy, Scorpio, so that's good. Okay, we have Leo, I will. Yeah, nice. And we have 7th house partners. So Many Scorpios out there are going to be meeting new love. Those single Scorpios, there's definitely a big chance for new love coming in September with that 7th house of partnerships. But for most of you, Scorpio, I think many of you are about to be really honored and recognized and loved by, you know, different relationships in your life, or by a very specific person. Or if somebody is returning into your life in September, Scorpio, they're telling you, I love you so much. I want you and only you. The sun shines on you. You're the best damn thing that ever happened to me. Let's work this out, okay? And if that's not romance, that could be a friendship, all right, or a family member that you've had a falling out with. So I definitely see mending and reconciling for Scorpio with Venus moving into your sign. Also, with this, there could be a lot of like new friendships, new connections showing up in your world, a lot of healing on strained relationships, okay? It's just, yeah, man, healing is the order of the day for Scorpio. Look at that star card. Especially those of you with children, if you've had any strained relationship with your children or your own parents, here it is. And also, those of you guys that kind of had like a missed opportunity or a small little fling with somebody, that might actually show back up and have real potential and longevity, because I do see things returning. And look at, here's the sun. Leo is the sun card, right? So some of you, this could be a Leo. Some of you, this could be an Aquarius, could be an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But it's like Scorpio is being honored and loved in September. There's a lot of healing, people returning to you, wanting to be in your life. You know, you could be returning to some old relationships that you've lost connection with. And it's just awesome, beautiful energy for you, Scorpio. Venus is very powerful in making you guys shine and bringing forth healing within and healing without. Expect a lot of reconnections, okay? So let's pull you guys some advice. Harvest and sow, yep. Look at that, Scorpio. Yeah, you guys probably have the best reading of everybody. So I would say September is going to be an amazing time. And for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, autumn is coming in the month of September, right? Others of you in the Southern Hemisphere, it switches to spring. But, you know, this is just another synchronicity to me that the harvest is coming in for Scorpio in regards to relationships, whether that be romantically, friendships, family ships, you know, in the workplace. It really doesn't matter. This is all encompassing, and there's healing to old relationships, and there's new ones coming in, and we're happy, and we're being honored and loved and pampered and doted on and told how freaking awesome we are. You know, I can't be without you, Scorpio.